Hi guys, this video will show you how to take a graph of a quadratic with the vertex given to us and some other points and be able to write the quadratic equation for it in both vertex form and also standard form. So I'm going to start by writing vertex form of a quadratic. So f of x equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. That's just general form. Okay, so what I'm first looking for on my graph is to figure out what the vertex is, and then I'll plug that in for my h and k, and then we'll go from there and see what we're missing. So right now I know that my vertex is right here on the graph. Let me circle it in blue. Here's my vertex. Okay, so I'm going to plug that in. So then I'm going to have f of x equals a x. Okay, so my vertex is -2, so this is a +2. That makes sense because when we've got x plus 2 in there, it makes my graph go kind of opposite what we would think. It goes 2 to the left. And then my k does exactly what I would think, so we have a -1, and that makes the graph shift down. So that's what we have so far. So you see the thing that's missing in here is a. That's the only thing we don't know. And once we know a, we'll have a full, complete equation for this. So because I've got a graph and I have some other points, and I can easily find a. All I need to do is plug in one more additional point. So plug in another point for x and y, or x and f of x, however we want to think of it, same thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose this one right here. It doesn't matter, everything will balance out to be the same thing when you plug it in. So I'm going to plug in -9 for my f of x for my y. A is still missing. Okay, x is going to be 2. I'm just plugging everything else in, and now I'm going to solve this for a. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to get -9 equals, alright, so this is going to give me a 4, so squared gives me 16, so I've got 16a minus 1. Okay, so let's keep solving this. I'm going to try to squeeze it in here, so I'm going to add over that 1 and have -8 equals 16a. So a is -1/2. Okay, so let's see if it makes sense. First of all, the sign of it. A is negative, and my graph did open down, so that makes perfect sense. And a is 1/2, so that means this would open a little bit wider than a normal one. Hard to tell on my graph because it's not really on graph paper. So far, this is what we know. I'm going to go back to and put it into our form. Let me switch slides. So right now what we have is f of x equals, just plugging in everything we just found. We know a is -1/2. And then the rest of our equation look like this. And there's our complete equation in vertex form. So if we want to go into standard form, I'm going to multiply this out. That's all I do to get into standard form. Much easier going that direction than the opposite. Multiply out to get into standard form. Okay, so I'll start with this. Remember, that's got to be FOILed out, so that would give me an x squared plus 4x plus 4. I still have the -1/2 outside. Okay, if I keep going, clean this up a little bit, distribute, I get -1/2 x squared. This works out pretty good because then I distribute it, it's nice and whole still. Minus 2x minus 2 minus 1, so I get f of x equals -1/2 x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay, so that would be my, so up here is my vertex form, and here is the same equation just in standard form. Okay, so hopefully that helps you with a couple of examples in this week's homework.